isn't it? Then I will, as long as you are saying I am, still there is someone. Some fellow is there. So these both have to drop. In very technical terms, it is said aham vritti and idam vritti. This is called viveka khyati. This is called viveka khyati. Consciousness and matter. I is one, that the idam vritti is many. The food for this I is the thoughts of the world, the idam vrittis. And it is sustaining. The more idam vrittis are there, the fatter this I becomes. So from where does it collect all these eyes, all these objects to devour? Whatever it is experiencing, it keeps putting into the memory. So the bigger the memory, the fatter is the I. Because when you are living in the present moment, only one object at a time you can see, isn't it? But that is going back as being retained as an impression after impression. For all your life you have been doing that. And that becomes the food source for this I. And keeps you miserable all the time. So thus I am the body and these things and beings are mine is called bondage, and we have to be free of this bandha, be free of this bondage. And being free of this bondage of the aham and idam, I-ness and mine-ness born out of idam, thatness, has to be given up. And for what is the technique for that? Is there a technique given? The technique given, I don't know what is given here, but a simple system is that I am not the body, I am not the breath, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am. When you come to this I am, you are witnessing, and everything that you are witnessing that is going on in the mind, I am not. This is your conclusion, because when you are witnessing something, how can you be that? You have to be separate to that. And if you are witnessing it for a long period of time on a daily basis, a point comes where the mind empties itself, because the only way mind can multiply and create more and more data for this I to feed upon is by this consciousness, this witnessing consciousness getting identified with the mind. But now what has happened? You have broken the connection. That breaking of connection means I have separated myself from the mind. I'm just watching. Oh, I didn't know that this thought of anger was also there. Oh, I didn't know I was jealous of that person. Oh, really? This commentary is not going. You are watching. That aja, anger came, it went away. I'm making this commentary. Actually, it is not. You're just watching. Disinterestedly. Without any commentary. If you have made a comment, if you have passed a comment, a mental comment about whatever you are witnessing, that means you have got caught by the mind. You are caught into the mind again, and it will create some commentary again. But you keep maintaining the distance, After some period of time, automatically, this is called burning away. This is called the all the vasanas, they burn away. They are not able to affect you anymore. So as the I becomes weaker and weaker, because the material out there is becoming less. So as the I becomes weaker and weaker, automatically the minus also will become weaker and weaker. And conversely, as the less things you are attached to in life and calling it my, automatically the I is becoming weaker also. It's both ways. In this way, when one remains under all circumstances completely unattached to the body and the relationships of the body, he has conquered the Vishwa, the ego, during the waking state. He has already transcended the waking state, for where the waking ego has dissolved, the waking state itself disappears. And in this way, we give up the doership, and then in the subtle body, when we give up, when we remain a witness to all the joys and sorrows, because at the subtle body level, where are the joys and sorrows born due to? They are born due to likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes are born due to attachment. So when we remain equanimous, when we remain a witness to all the joys and sorrows, the subtle body is also conquered. So never react. Then there is no purpose in living life. Is it so? What is the purpose of living life? Is it you want to enjoy the seesaw of joys and sorrows, or you want to be established in the truth? Then you first assess yourself. What do you want out of life? And in this manner, come to cognize that I am the pure consciousness who is witnessing all the positive and negative thoughts at the intellectual. So subtle body, then the intellectual sheath. And intellectual sheath, all the positive ideas and negative ideas, positive thoughts, positive concepts, negative concepts. In simple words, presence of thoughts and absence of thoughts. Assertion and negation, whatever, presence and absence, whichever way you may put it, all these are being witnessed by me. When this stage has come, automatically you have rejected the intellectual sheath also, and one who is able to watch his own actions as dispassionately as those of others is freed from the bondage or doership, whether the action is good or bad. Conquering the waking state ego, Vishwa, is to be the witness of the gross world as mithya, and the perception of these objects as not affecting my being. Conquering the dream state ego, Taijasa, is to be the witness of the actions as not produced by me, the doer, nor get involved in the sin or merit of the actions. Because why are the actions happening in your body? Because of the inherent desire, isn't it? And you remain. Because even if you remain as a witness, body will not stop acting. The hunger will come. The discomfort, if you are sitting for a long time witnessing, the discomfort will come about. And the body will want to move into a comfortable position. But you remain in a witnessing attitude. And then, in this way, one crosses the waking and dream states, or the gross body and the subtle body limitations. This is the end of bondage. The witness is not bound by these two upadhis and their modification. So the witnesshood is the liberation. However, it is also in the realm of Prakriti due to its being Sattva Guna, because witnessing, the act of witnessing, the witness itself is the product of Sattva Guna. And this also has to be given up. And this can be given up only when we do that exercise. Let the witness become conscious of itself. This is the only antidote for that. And this, all you can do is, you may think about it, but it happens only by the grace. It cannot be brought about. This is the last thing to be dissolved into the non-dual self-experience. Because the witnesshood exists with reference to the other. Witness means you are witnessing something, or you are witnessing nothing.